Remember that time when Ash's adventure almost ended? Do it. How much damage does it do if I hit someone with it? That time the dub edited out a rice ball and replaced it with a crusty JPEG of a Subway sandwich. Ash, I'm not sure you're old enough to watch that. Pokemon in love. And he never will be. When it's been 20 years and they still won't leave you the hell alone. Oh my god, this kid. He is trying to interrupt a battle between Satan and the Time God. What the hell, Ash? Do you have a goddamn death wish? Can you find the hidden SpongeBob? That was easy. He's next to the yellow Pikachu. Kim Kardashian has the body of a Mewtwo. Damn, Misty. It's a Pokemon, not Satan. Pal World is just Pokemon with guns. Pokemon during the 90s.
Today marks my Weedle's 4th year defending a gym.
I'm tired, boss. I'm just trying to go back to the old Pokemon, where Ash said screw the Pokemon battle, and tried to fade Mewtwo himself. I accidentally got the thuggest picture of Pikachu. Clothes wet? No worries, friend. Just take them off in the middle of the city, build a campfire, and let your mouse friend help you dry your clothes. Prime is about to throw down with someone's grandparents. This cat has been following me for 13 blocks, asking for my credit card information. The moment Ash realized that there are better things than catching Pokemon. Where is Groundon? The wonders of Pokemon Go. This is what's lurking in Lake Michigan. I see you got cuts and bruises all over your body. Let me spray your face instead. A neighborhood in Henderson named all of their streets after Pokemon. Charizard, Squirtle, Snorlax, Charmander. If Pokemon were real, I am pretty sure at least 30% of you would be in jail, and not for the whole fighting thing. Medication commercial. Side effects include nausea, new or worsening depression, rectal bleeding, death. People in the commercial. And why are he purple? Ratata. I choose you! Ash, what the heck are you doing? His best. His very best. Someone spot this guy? Yeah, he's under the barbell. Just a 10-year-old reeling in a whale. No big deal. That's literally all Pokemon. This information still haunts me. Can Pokemon pee? Pokemon don't poo or pee because their waste byproduct is expelled through their use of special attacks. Oh no, it's raining. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll use my trusty frying pan as a drying pan. Possibly the greatest line in Pokemon history. Before and after she contours, today I realized that Bellsprout the God can throw a punch equal in strength to this legendary 6-foot+ metal golem. Surf's up, Raichu. Rest in peace to everyone in the ocean, because if Raichu falls in the water, since he's an electric type, Scoliosis is a really cool Pokemon. Solosis.
Who's that Pokemon?
Magikarp looks just like the yellow rockfish. Imagine going through millions of years of evolution, surviving in your environment as best as you possibly can, only to be turned into the most crap Pokemon in the whole universe. Trying to spell Articuno in 1st grade is probably the most effort I've put into anything in my entire life. My most favorite bird is Articuno. That time Team Rockets disguised themselves as Team Rocket to steal Pokemon from Team Rocket when you're 47 and still trying to catch them all. Groudon is such a Chad, and he has to actively give himself a disadvantage to fight Kyogre evenly. When you were prepared for trouble, but not for this. This is the most relatable Pokédex entry I've ever read. It's forgetful and not very bright, but many trainers love it anyway for its friendliness and sincerity. If anyone has any questions, just go pss 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 and I'll come to you. What is wrong with my dog? No one. Me, being born. Wow, I have a lot of people to disappoint. Glenn Fraser changed his profile picture. No relief. Glenn, who is that? Can you please do a Bidoof? Plus all the legendaries, please. This is probably the single best request we have ever received. I have seen the face of God. I put this on Twitter saying they were leaked evolutions, and I got hate mail. If I have to look at that for 10 more seconds, I'm sending you hate mail as well. My paralyzed Pokemon. Paralyzed, it can't move. Opponent's paralyzed Pokemon. Runs a marathon. Does a backflip. Starts breakdancing. Attacks. Mr. Mime. The toxicity is coming. Oh my god, he can't hear us. He has earbuds in. A reminder. Health must come first, or else evil can't prosper. Wow, Goku and Frieza made it into Smash Bros. I accidentally made the most smashable Pokemon in history? What? Vaporunny, you sick monster. Wise words from the yellow rodent. Let's be positive and keep moving. Normal type in Pokemon just means this thing's just made of meat. It's just an animal. I'm gonna be real, if this thing can bleed, I will never know peace again. When you're an employee of Nintendo Japan who is fed up with giving names to Pokemon. Origin, it is based on a crab. Crab is literally crab. Everyone wants Pokemon to be real until a Rayquaza shows up randomly and blows your back out. He meant to say blows you up. The car behind this fence forms two Pokeballs. There is probably like a million microscopic Pokemon that nobody's even bothered to discover. Pokemon Blood and Pokemon Bone, where you Osmosis Jones your way through some creature to discover microscopic Pokemon. Pokemon World Champion distract you from the fact that he never got Misty a new bicycle. I think one of the reasons we're all obsessed with puns is because we grew up with these. Jesse, I think things are looking sort of rocky. These Pokemon couldn't be bolder. Maybe people take him for granted. I wish Pokemon were real. Bro, no you don't. These things are 3 feet tall. Team Rocket were the good guys all along. Important facts about Ho-Oh. He screamed for 3 generations straight. Vaporeon could probably do this in canon. Like several Dex entries state they're almost 100% water. I ruined this man's life by beating him in a Pokemon battle. If my boss finds out about this, first I'll be fired, then my wife will divorce me. Geodude fainted. This is equal parts beautiful and horrifyingly upsetting. Ah yes, being captured. Very good. Can we just appreciate this happy Heracross? Turns out we've been playing Pokemon wrong. Play with a guitar controller, or expand to a band. I have never seen this Pokemon before in my life. This is one of the Pokemon that only exists when you're looking at it. Let us never forget the time where Jessie beat up a wild Pokemon and caught it herself. What the hell is Brock doing? Hey, quit it, Brock. It's level 100, and all it knows is pound. That's great. Oh god, I took this photo on a frame while it was blinking. That makes it look really sad. You made it feel inadequate. When your Face ID is messing up, so you gotta lock in. They have no idea. It's been a while since I cooked for others. A while? You see, I used to travel with some friends and often cooked for them. Same here. I wonder what they're doing right now. Brock, they're not dead. They always say, who's that Pokemon? But never, how's that Pokemon? I swear Rayquaza always looks like he's cracked a joke and is waiting for a response. I need a Pikachu in my life. Yeah, they're not real. Where are my naked 3D grannies? Pre-order cancelled. They deflated the god of time. I found a mutated Bulbasaur plushie. A bird tried to steal my dog yesterday. Remembering the time that there was a baby Lugia in the anime. NASA have spotted a strange snake-like creature in the sky. You want this damn baby? Look at this. I made this. You better respect it. My favorite Pokemon is Lotad, I think, because it's simultaneously round and flat. Plus, all of them are just certified idiots. Pikachu studying for his midterms. Unfortunately, he cannot read. Prepare for carbonated trouble and make it double. Share a Coke with Jesse or James. I'd go with James, yeah. As a kid, I spent hours breeding Lapras and releasing them because the Pokedex said they were almost extinct. That's actually adorable. These Pokemon were once near extinction due to poaching. Following protective regulations, there is now an overabundance of them. Well, that's not good either. You have to stop poaching them again. Finally, an app that can identify that animal you saw on your hike. It's called a Pokedex, you uncultured swine. Official Pokemon special artwork of Lance and Tyranitar. Think about the fit pics you could take if Pokemon were real. If Pokemon were real, we would all be dead. In a way, we're living in the same world as these guys. Trying to come to terms with the fact that they're the same height. Hold up, Usagi is the same height as Gengar? Hey Jesse, I got a question that's better I shouldn't ask. Do you think we're going to get a bigger part in the next movie? The Pokemon scriptwriters don't give a damn. Who designed this sign? Why isn't it in the center? This is bugging me. Maybe the architect can't see clearly. He's a little boy. I'm a little boy. No. Abomination. What if starters fully evolved but stayed small and cute? Steve Irwin gets reimagined as a Pokemon trainer. And some of you think climate change isn't real. Legendary Pokemon waiting for some kid to wander into their cave and catch them. They really turned the Pokemon Center into a gas station. Someone help him. He's stuck. Someone who's never seen the Pokemon anime before, explain this image. There are 2 types of Pokemon fans. Team Charizard or Team Greninja. Which one are you? Charizard, 100%. Why the hell is the Corvic Knight the cheapest option? Looking back, Jesse had all the right ideas. Get rich and build a harem full of, tweet like Pokemon were real. How the hell am I an essential worker? Who will free him from his prison? It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Have you seen him? Now you have. How many times has this Psyduck been KO'd? So the one shiny in the horde could be caught. I'm guessing a lot. Dad, we are not getting a cat. Family gets cat anyway. Dad and the cat. Everyone. Oh, I love Furret. Small Bean. Nintendo. Furret is 5'11". Everyone. What the? Team Rocket. Destroying gender roles since 1997. Everyone is really going going to pretend Sobble isn't just a mudkip with learning disabilities. Murder is illegal, Thanos. Wild Eevee is ready to lay down the law. A live-action Pokemon movie where Danny DeVito plays Meowth. Like, not in a costume or anything, but nobody acknowledges it. One time I forced my mum to play Pokemon for at least half an hour, and all she did was catch a butterfly and name it low fat. Go ahead, drink Jigglypuff. Guys, there's a Ditto Pikachu hiding among the Pikachus at the Pikachu Festival. This makes me so happy. I name my Pokemon whatever autocorrect turns their names into. It's the best decision I've ever made. 5'10" girls versus 5'10" guys. Weeping Woman 1937 by Pablo Picasso. Cat 2019 by me. Your Pokemon seems surprised to touch ice, but you're made of ice. Well, if you walked into a cave of human flesh, you would be surprised too. You can ride a bike on water in Sword and Shield. Professor Oak is somewhere having a stroke right now. Some guy in a gym near me put his phone number as his Pokemon Go username. Hey, is this the guy with the Lapras? Yep. Screw you. When your girl says she is going to the Safari Zone with her friends, but you don't trust her. Handmade ceramic Bellsprout cup. Mum, tattoos are permanent. Me, I hope they are. Look it up. Cryptid sightings on my way home. They should build a big river across America so you can go across it by boat. Building it would create a lot of jobs too. Everyone playing a free, fun game that promotes exploring, exercising, and meeting new people. Journalists. How can I make this sound bad? That feeling when you're a water/ground type and are about to get hit with a single blade of grass. Guess I'll die. 7 facts even Pokemon superfans didn't know. All Pokemon professors are named after trees. This is because trees are known to be wise. I looked it up. Why does every guy these days look like a Pidgeotto? I attempted to make your Omanyte as a kid, with questionable results. This Omanyte is so lovely and powerful. I love it. My unpopular Pokemon opinion is that Ultra Beasts are the cool stuff and some of my favorite all-time designs, especially Naganadel, favorite genre of Pokemon plush, taking powerful and intimidating legendary Pokemon and turning them into little guys. We have an imposter among us. Petals, I love petals. The legendary dragon of space itself is fully engrossed by the soft rain of pink petals. Even cool people can be cuddly. You're playing Pokemon Sleep. You wake up in the middle of the night with sleep paralysis and see this. This dude is Ash's dad, or he survived Voldemort twice. Imagine finding out your dad abandoned you for 20 years to go to Hawaii and get a job making tiny cars for bugs. I can't stop laughing because Espeon and Umbreon are all majestic and psychicizing shit up, but Vaporeon comes along and it's like, allow me to introduce you to James. Listen up, James. I hope you're good because I'm not going to carry you. No one's carried me since my mama. And then they proceeded to be the worst at their jobs for the next 20 years. Life-size Lucario. Yes, Japan has just revealed a life-size Lucario plush that will steal your heart and money. It's over $400, but considering some fans will pay that just for a Pokeball, I know there'll be plenty of buyers. I'm going to cut a hole in this thing. Jack, this is exquisite work. My mom gave away all my Pokemons. I had so many cards as well. I will love Pokemon Let's Go, if nothing else than for the stupid ways it lets you and your partner ride your Pokemon. Food, $20. Fuel, $150. Hot air balloon repair, $600. Giant Pokemon-shaped robots, 8.6 million. Disguises, $150. Someone who is good at the economy, please help me budget this. My Meowth is dying. Spend less on giant Pokemon-shaped robots. No, I wish he was real. That is literally just a pigeon. Call me when a pigeon can learn Heat Wave and burn me alive like an egg on the sidewalk. Holy, wait, a pigeon just flew by my window. That was weird. As I said that was really weird. That scared me. Legendaries. Sword Dance is better. Gives great boost in attack, plus my ability cuts water type damage by 50%. No, Calm Mind is better. It increases my SP. Attack plus my ability adds to my water type moves. Magikarp. Splash. Splash. Young male virginity on the rise. The share of men under 30 who report 0 female partners since they turned 18 when Pokemon Platinum came out. It skyrocketed. Coincidence? I think not. There is a magnet in its brain that prevents an Onix from losing direction while tunneling. As it grows older, its body becomes steadily rounder and smoother. Age 5. Age 85. Woman. The disturbing agenda behind Pokemon. Atheist. Seducer. Devil. Woman. Pokemon Scientist 1. What if we called it Ixan? Like a snake, but backwards. Scientist 2. What the hell is a snake? Reminder that Darkrai's model has had legs since the XY games, and have never been shown in a mainline Pokemon game. Every single Johto Pokemon is being released in adorable plush form. Me buys F unknown plush. Me buys U. Hey, by C. Hey! What the hell is Zubat doing there? Rare Pokemon. In each game, there is a Pokemon that appears only once. If you do not capture it the first time, you will never have the chance to capture it again. When everyone is asleep, your paranoia spikes out of nowhere. This review lives rent-free in my head. Soft boy. He is soft and warm, like mashed potatoes, when you realize you're the third wheel. Thank God I've never experienced this. Producer, I need you to create box art that will look badass to American children. Graphic designer, no problem, I've got just the thing. Adds picture of sobbing orphan. This Gengar tongue bed eats your dreams while you sleep. Physically I am here, but emotionally I am sleeping in the Eevee plush aisle. Wake up babe, we are going to take turns riding the like a tongue slide. Having our first baby in August, and my wife agreed to let me paint the nursery. Not usually an artist, utilized a bunch of different reference photos of our favorite Pokemon to make this. Scientists may have just spotted the only black flamingo in the world. One of us. One of us. Ice water is so freaking good. How Pokemon thinks evolution works. How evolution actually works. Outsourcing labor by attaching a poke walker to Kirby. Imagine being the developer who has to wake up to this bug report. PSA. Pokemon Sword/Shield causes Roku devices on the same network to crash and enter a boot loop. The highest possible damage that can be legitimately dealt in the game is a whopping that amount. Shuckle. Mum said it's my turn to be the franchise mascot. You're telling me it was a cruel joke for 20 years. This is my grandson. What was his name now? Gramps, no one ever laughs at that joke. Would you give it a break? Found the Pikachu meme. Season 1, episode 10. 4 minutes and 2 seconds. Chorizo Picante hot. 100% natural. Charizard. Charizard plus Machamp equals Charchamp. And some guy drew this. I like both of the designs. Introducing popular game franchise. Moving verb. Zelda Strut. Very small. Who shrunk them? Good lore. This Pokemon are just big cats and carry their trainers like they're kittens. Pikachu Happy Meals are making their way back to McDonald's. To protect your hands. To protect your eyes. To protect your skin. To protect the world from devastation. Splashing. Smashing. Dashing. Thrashing. Slashing. Our life goal is to have a house with no furniture and where guests are instead invited to rest upon of giant Pokemon plushies. Pokemon memes in 20s. What is the best generation and why the third? What? Are you serious? The fourth generation is unrivaled. Pokemon memes in the 10s. Mudkip. According to its Pokedex entry, when its life ends, it absorbs the life energy of every... This is no time for talk. We must run before we all go extinct. This is the purest form of the bond between human and Pokemon. What do you get when you give an Eevee a French stone? Napoleon. Vive la Revolution. This is what we call a Pokemon. I love Pokemon randomizers. Holds up Jesus. Behold a man. Everyone, how will we stop Godzilla? Shanghai. Hold my beer. A collection of low-resolution Pokemon. Oh my gosh, he uses his shell as a tiny little pillow. Do you ever start tearing up just looking at the date you got your Pokemon? Oh, that's cute. If Ditto transformed into Guzzlord, would it look like this? Or this? My most prized possession. First edition Shadowless. Hello. Chubby Charizard. Cats. Dogs. I've connected the dots. Her. I like guys who go to the gym. Me. Bulbasaur offers you a flower in these difficult times. Charla slamming Ash's Charizard to the ground. WWE style. Me. Does 10 raids with no shiny. My friend who casually plays Pokemon Go. Several of the Pokedex descriptions are relatable. Honorable mention, of course, to Abra. Abra sleeps for 8 hours a day. But the winner is... Delcatty prefers to live in an unferreted existence, in which it can do as it pleases at its own pace. Because this Pokemon eats and sleeps whenever it decides. Its daily routine are completely random. I think in Pokemon, the humans should also only be able to know 4 moves. Wait, game. Has any kind of elemental-based fighting system. Me. Apply Pokemon logic. To be fair, Pokemon element logic is rooted in normal logic. Yeah, everyone knows a wrestler's biggest weakness is the local pigeons. Go outside and try to suplex a bird. Tell me how bug resists fighting. Go outside and try to suplex a bug. You think this formula is for some advanced math? Something used to find the something of the something advanced math? math? No. This formula is used by Pokemon games to calculate the shaky of Pokeballs when you catch a Pokemon. Imagine, you are in your own home. You stub your toe and scream in frustration. 30 miles away, Hatterene is on her way to come beat you up. This Pokemon can read the emotions of creatures over 30 miles away. The minute it senses hostility, it goes on the attack. I asked my dad to name the Eevee evolutions. I was not disappointed. Your neighbor has a Flareon, Mermaid Dog, Thor's Dog, the neighbor's dog, Goth Dog, Vegan Dog, Fashion Dog, Gatorade Dog, Weird Cat, Fox Dog Thing. My roommate said I have the Pokemon team of a 12-year-old boy. Charizard, Hydreigon, Tyranitar, nah, you're good. Bulbasaur is such a sweetie. Seriously, Ash's Bulbasaur is one of the coolest Pokemons in terms of personality. He rocks Togepi to sleep when it's crying. It protected and looked after other Pokemon before Ash caught it. It actually saw right through one of Team Rocket's disguises and decided to mess their stuff up for trying to steal Pokemon. In other words, Bulbasaur is a kind and caring Pokemon who looks out for others and will mess you up if you try to hurt its friends. Pikachu and Squirtle just look so impressed. They're like, dude, he was sad and now he's not sad. Okay, I know this is a Kirby meme. I know Kirby isn't a Pokemon, but every Pokemon meme so far, I've had a Kirby meme in it, so I just need to leave it up for tradition. Since I saw people here liked the Dragon Ball Ghibli version, I bring you Pokemon, but in Ghibli art style. What's the names of the anime where the kid goes around catching Pokemon and uses these Pokemon to battle other Pokemon so he can win Pokemon badges and get in the Pokemon League so he can become a Pokemon master? Digimon. Sounds like Digimon. Hey, shout out to everyone who had Pokemon cards when they were younger and didn't have a clue on how to use them. I mean, I had no clue until this one kid in my school came over and yeah, he knew the rules and he taught everyone. His name was Kevin. Thank you, Kevin. You're telling me there's pro Pokemon players. Imagine losing your sponsor and not being able to pay the bills because Stone Edge missed 3 times in a row. Hi, I'm a scientist in Pokemon. My job is to know about Pokemon. There are exactly 150 Pokemon. Oops, my mistake. We found one more. Turns out there are 151 Pokemons. Hold it. Upon further inspection, it appears there are thousands of them. I don't know what I'm doing. The gym leaders get progressively more difficult because they choose which Pokemon to use based on how many badges you already have. Something I never understood about the games that Origins finally clarified for me.